Welcome to OSRS Mobile Episode 9. We have a great deal of things in store for you this episode. If you were tuning in for the first time, this channel is dedicated to maxing an entire old school RuneScape account on mobile exclusively. That's right, every single level, every single boss, and every single clue scroll is happening exclusively from a mobile device. And this episode, I thought we would continue tackling construction because something I have found in the settings as maybe a recent update or something I have not seen until last episode is mini menu reordering, which allows you to shift the text within the game. And when it comes to building mode in construction, I can build with a tap and remove with a tap without having to press and hold, which is very, very convenient for my fellow mobile players. So I wanted to start off by just showing off my current house. This is my layout as of right now. I've built a bunch of bedrooms that I don't really use, but I did my best to make it look as nice as possible in case anybody stops by. This is something that I've worked really hard on, and the grind was very difficult to get to 83 doing it the original way by pressing and holding. So we're going to go ahead and get some additional planks from the Grand Exchange, and then I will be right back with the construction grind. I am planning on doing construction all day and work on getting base 90s. I don't know if I'll get there, but we're going to go ahead and try. Now, nothing too big here, but I wanted to show you how easy it is with just the tap of a button. The experience per hour I'm getting is just over 400,000 experience per hour, which by normal means on mouse and keyboard is not very good. I know you can get upwards of 1 million experience per hour when it comes to desktop, but this is very fast paced. When you have this demon butler, I'm able to do 2 oak dungeon doors in the basement of my house before he returns. 600 XP drop, so a total of 1200 per inventory. Flying through. It is tap intensive, but just to focus about 45 minutes to an hour a day is a good way to get a good chunk of construction experience. But I am here to focus my entire day on this until either I am unable to tap any further, or if something does come up and I have to take a quick AFK break. But I'm going to go ahead and continue this grind, and I will see you guys once I hit my next level. Started off today with 85 construction, and this level has flown by. I feel that this mini menu reordering setting has really changed the game for mobile players. Again, for those that don't know, mini menu reordering is within the all settings menu. It is something that I recommend to use, and you're allowed to go ahead and shift and reorganize the text, allowing me to just tap and rebuild and tear down. It is so convenient. But here we are, 86 construction. I don't think I get anything of note here because I have already done the stews to boost up and get my ornate pool and everything that is really needed at the moment. But still another level, continuing my way to max and base 90s, which is my next short-term goal. So I'm going to continue grinding this out, and let's see if we can't get another level or at least close to it before I get tired. So I'll see you guys, whichever comes first, in just a moment. And the grind continues with construction. I have not taken a break. I feel that this level has flown by as well. I am just tapping away like a mad person right now, and I am just moments away from 87 construction. I don't even know what I might unlock at this point, or if I'm going to be able to make any upgrades in my player-owned house after this level, but I am pushing again to base 90s. These levels are just flying by. I can't believe it. 87. We got a couple of upgrades there. Nothing I think to note. I'm still waiting to get to 95 so I can put in a spirit tree, but let's see if I can't get possibly one more level today. Again, spending a couple of hours dedicated to this is my goal for today. I'm not sure if I'm going to grind out another level, but I have been doing great so far. I'm super excited. Again, this is a very cheap way to level up as opposed to using mahogany planks and doing the dining room tables and then the mounted mythical capes with teak planks is another really great option to save further if you're trying to save or conserve on GP, but unfortunately that is much more tap intensive when it comes to mobile. So really good experience per hour if you want to do either of those. This is just what works for me and something that I would recommend if you want to find that sweet spot in terms of GP and tapping ratio for mobile. I think it's time to hop to another skill, possibly Slayer. And here we are on a Slayer task from Kuradel for Greater Demons. This task, I am working on Tormented Demons. These are a really solid task in terms of experience. Each KC is 1,000 or just over 1,000 Slayer experience, and you can get KC times from 40 seconds to a minute. So, looking at XP rates, really solid, as well as the loot. The loot is really great. They drop teleport scrolls, so getting here is very quick in between trips. But one thing to kind of note when it comes to working on Tormented Demons, this is not AFK whatsoever. You want to make sure you have dedicated time and a really good setup. I have both the Emberlight and the Scorching Bow, which are best in slot when fighting these creatures. And that definitely helps. The prices have dropped for Tormented Synapses, so if you are a main account looking to purchase these maybe just for the task and sell them back, I would recommend to do so. Be careful because of the Arc Light. I believe that if you combine it with the Tormented Synapse, you lose it, so that is something that I would just check, but you can definitely do the Scorching Bow. It is a great best in slot range item to use. Of course, there are plenty of other items that you could use to get some really good experience rates, but this is just what I found to work for me. And again, you can sell those back to the GE after every task, but I'll see you guys once I am done. Here we are on the last KC of the trip, and I do have another task of Greater Demons stored with Kuradel, and I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up another task or go ahead and power through another 200 Tormented Demons after this. I might even take a break and go into mining or another skill, as Slayer is something that I want to have fun with, and I want it to be one of my last skills. I don't think it will be the last one, but it is something that I do enjoy, and I want to savor every moment of my final level and a half doing. So I have still, 700,000 experience left of Slayer before I get to 98, so there's still quite some time to burn, and that's why in between training construction and mining and these other skills, it's always nice to do a task or two to shake things up and make sure that you still enjoy the game, because that is what the journey is about. Maxing is a marathon, it's not a sprint. Many players feel the same way, and it is a great way to avoid burnout and just continue loving the game. And let's see if I can get my Tormented drop. No, just a Rune plate body, but I'll take it. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to Kuradel. I'm not sure if I want to get another task or just unstore Greater Demons. So let's see what decision I make. I am back at Kuradel after my Tormented Demon task, and as you can see, I only have 180 points as I've burned all of them on a block list with Konar, as I was doing some off-video Konar task, but I wanted to get back to bossing, and Tormented Demons are great. So I think I'm going to go back to them. Another 200 will put me right on drop rate for the Tormented Synapse or Burning Claws drop. So let's see if we can't get that in the next episode or two. But I think I'm going to head off to AFK mining. Here we are doing some AFK mining. Nothing to note yet. I am not at 98 mining. I'm about a third of the way there. And when it comes to the last two levels, that is a big achievement on its own. And I am currently sitting at 2186 total level. So I am only 16 levels away from the ever elusive 2200 total skill level worlds, which I'll be really excited to use and go into less populated worlds for bossing and just other skilling content where some worlds get too crowded. So just gonna go ahead and chill here and see if I can't get some more free time in a moment to jump into some more construction. I am feeling that I might be able to achieve another level, and 87 is just a real odd number. I kind of want to get 88 rounded off if I can't before the end of today. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into that once I finish out this star. That is a tier 9, so roughly an hour of AFK, and I get to go ahead and take care of some things around the house, which will be nice, and then jump straight back into some click intensive construction. So I will see you guys in just a moment. Not where I thought I would be after the star had finished, I went ahead and completed a quiz. I'm going to choose this mystery gift because I believe you can get a stale baguette. So let's see if I can get that. Ooh, a lamp. That is free rune crafting experience every day, all day. And I am currently working on wrapping up this final clue that I received from the tier 9 star in Catherby. So I'm going to wrap up these clue steps. This is ironically the third or second step, I believe, that is within Falador. So this is a nice one, not having to burn any teleports, and hopefully, okay, one more step. Let's see where I need to go. Right down the road, I will take it. I don't have to go too far. I get to stay within Falador and complete this. Currently working on saving up my clue scrolls. As mentioned in prior episodes, I have hundreds of clue scrolls that I am saving up because I have not opened really any of them, at least on purpose. I have accidentally opened one or two of each, but I am currently saving them up so that I can do a massive opening, a real fun time to just get a bunch of collection logs at one single moment and just spam the clan chat. But we went ahead and wrapped up this easy clue. I'm going to go ahead and throw it into the bank and see where we're at. I think we're closing in on 200 beginner clue scrolls and I think about 150 easies if I'm not mistaken. So let's see where we're at. Looking real good. We are climbing. We are getting there. My goal is to get about 1,000 clue scrolls before I open it. Until then, let's get back to construction. See you in a moment. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the culmination of a long day of tapping in the same position for oak dungeon doors. I am about to achieve level 88 construction. This episode has been really dedicated to this and only took a break for some mining. As you can see, my outfit hasn't even changed. I just wanted to grind out another level before I went back to mining and hopefully getting 98 very shortly. So that'll hopefully be in the next episode. That's what I'm shooting for at least. And maybe even more construction since this has been a pretty relaxing grind, pretty chill, nothing that has been too difficult for me, at least for today. I was able to achieve 3 levels today. There it is, 88. That is definitely an achievement, getting ever so close to base 90s and 2187 total level. But I can tell you, my fingers are a little bit exhausted. I think I'm going to go ahead and have my character take a seat because that is what I'm doing in real life as well. So another great episode in our maxing journey. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Thanks again for tuning in and being a part of the OSRS mobile community. Of course, I appreciate all the support, so I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.